Hey everyone, welcome back to Crimes and Tragedies. Today we're diving into one of the most ambitious engineering feats in history, the Panama Canal. It was imagined as a marvel of modern ingenuity, a sea-level dream to connect the Atlantic and Pacific, but the project quickly spiraled into a nightmare, costing over 25,000 lives in the process. Let's uncover the twists, turns, and tragedies behind this monumental canal. The idea of slicing through the Isthmus of Panama had been around for centuries, but the French were the first to give it a real shot in 1881. Led by Ferdinand de Lesseps, yes, the same mastermind behind the Suez Canal, the French believed they could replicate their success in Egypt. They dreamed of a sea-level canal, with no need for locks. Sounds great, right? But the environment in Panama was nothing like the flat deserts of Suez. Dense jungles, torrential rain, and extreme heat turned the entire operation into a steamy, muddy chaos. Speaking of chaos, disease tore through the workforce. The region was crawling with mosquitoes carrying yellow fever and malaria. Back then, the connection between mosquitoes and these diseases was just starting to be understood. That meant the French were completely unprepared to protect their workers. Hospitals were overwhelmed and a staggering number of laborers never made it home. By the time the French effort collapsed in 1889, over 20,000 workers had died. It was a monumental failure. Personally, I find it tragic that so many lives were lost before anyone even figured out they had to drain swamps and control mosquito populations. In 1904, the United States stepped in. Under President Theodore Roosevelt, they purchased the rights from the failed French company and took control of the Canal Zone. This was a pivotal moment. Roosevelt famously called the Panama Canal the Big Ditch, but it was also a massive expansion of American influence in Central America. Engineers quickly realized a sea-level canal wasn't going to work in Panama's rugged terrain. Instead, they designed a system of locks to raise and lower ships across the uneven landscape. And to battle the mosquito problem, they brought in experts like Dr. William Gorgas to launch full-scale anti-mosquito campaigns, draining standing water, spraying oil over ponds, and screening windows. Even with the U.S. improvements, the work was backbreaking and risky. Thousands more workers, hailing from the Caribbean, Europe, and the U.S., faced constant landslides, industrial accidents, and disease. In total, over 25,000 lives were lost from both the French and American efforts combined. Think about that number. That's not just a statistic, it's entire families shattered. To me, it's a stark reminder that so much of our modern infrastructure is built on a foundation of unimaginable human suffering. It's easy to celebrate the final result, but let's not forget those who paid with their lives. Finally, in 1914, after a decade of American construction, the Panama Canal opened for business. Ships could now zip between the Atlantic and the Pacific without enduring the treacherous journey around South America's Cape Horn. It was a game-changer for global trade, cutting shipping times and costs dramatically. Yet the canal's legacy is complicated. It accelerated commerce and technology, but also revealed the harsh reality of international power plays and worker exploitation. The U.S. controlled the Canal Zone until 1999, when it was finally handed over to Panama. Today, it remains a key maritime route, handling millions of cargo containers each year. The Panama Canal stands as a testament to human innovation, a bridge between oceans that changed global trade forever. But it's also a cautionary tale about ambition, hubris, and the cost of progress. Over 25,000 workers laid down their lives in the pursuit of building this waterway. Should we be proud of what it achieved? Absolutely. But we can't ignore the steep price that was paid. If you found this story as compelling, or as heartbreaking as I did, don't forget to like this video, and subscribe to Crimes and Tragedies. It really helps a lot because let's face it, the YouTube algorithm doesn't always favor heavy historical content like this. Here's my question for you. Do you think projects like this are worth the human cost, or should progress be slowed down to protect lives? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Stay curious, stay compassionate, and I'll see you in the next one.